Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm back. This video is going to be about uh, kind of adding to the last one. The last one was religion versus spiritualism, and you can be spiritual without being religious, but you can't be religious without you can't be truly religious without being spiritual. um, God and the angels wanted me to add a few things here, kind of tie things together that I've said in many of my videos. They wanted me to remind you that number one, you are a spark from God. Your soul is a spark from God. And you are constantly and always connected to God. Your soul is always driven and led by God as long as you move your ego out of the way and allow it to happen. So, as far as religion and spirituality, I heard while I was growing up so many religions saying that if you're not Christian, if you're not uh, Jehovah's Witness, if you're not um, Muslim, if you don't belong to Judaism, if you know if you don't do this, if you don't do that, if you don't follow our religion, you will not go to heaven. You are not one of God's chosen people. And God says, wrong. Do not listen to that. Those things came from men. They do not come from God. God's message to you is, you are a part of me. I want you to come home to me, and you have the ability to do that. Don't ever think that you are less than anybody else. You are exactly the same, on the same level as everyone else. And it doesn't matter what your choices have been in life, you can always change it. Today is a brand new day. And as long as you connect with your soul, with that inner spark of God, it will lead you. Just ask God to help you to follow your soul, and it will lead you. God wants you to know that He is forever and always with you. He is within you. And all you have to do is ask, because He's always there. And the angels are always with us. They're on the exterior, God's on the interior. And they are always there, ready, willing, and able to help you. Now, remember that the bad things in your life you created, you signed up for when you were born, when you came here. It was already decided. There were already contracts made with people to make sure that these things would happen in your life, to make sure that you would learn the lessons that you felt were necessary for you to learn. And God sent me many, many, many very hard lessons, or God didn't send them, I did. God helped me to send them. God helped me to set up my life. The angels helped me to set up my life. My guardian angel, who has been with me before I was born, has helped me to set up my life. And I had to be connected to God or be alone. So for me, I was connected and knowing God when I was probably an infant, and and as I was growing up, that connection was never broken because God was really, God and the angels were really the only ones, and Jesus, that were there for me, that I was connected to, that were my friends. So I see myself, even though I've had a really difficult life, I see myself as a very lucky person because I've always had this connection and I've always known that it was there. I wondered when I was a child, how could, and I heard, okay, let's reword this. I wondered when I was a child and I heard that if people were not Christian, that they would not go to heaven, that they would go to hell and they would suffer for eternity for the choices that they had made. And I wondered, how could God, the God I know personally and intimately, that God could not and would not send his children here to earth just to let them perish in hell because they didn't happen to become Christian, because they didn't happen to have the right information given to them as they were growing up. And it just never made any sense as I got older. And of course, now, 62, I know that God would never do that, that God has told me he would never do that. He loves all of his children. He is a part of all of his children, and he does not send his children down here just to suffer and then go to hell. He wouldn't do that. We all have the same ability, and those who do not have other humans helping them and leading them always have their soul. They always have God. They always have the angels. They always have someone leading them and someone helping them. So God wants you to know that no one is ever alone. And even when people's lives become so difficult and they think that they're alone, they are never alone because their soul is a spark of God and God is always with them. Thank you very much, guys. Hopefully, I'll be back in a day or so and I'll share some more words from God. Remember that I will be expanding my channel and I will be adding my daily life to the channel. When I move up to my camper for the summer, I'll be gardening and connecting with nature up there, and I'll be sharing the things that I'm doing up there. So I hope that you subscribe and like and come and visit me often because I will be sharing a lot of things coming up. And I have many more stories, and God has many more messages for you. So have a great evening. We'll see you later. Bye bye.